Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Just Keeks, back with a brand new video for y'all today. And today's video, I want to talk about Pokemon Horizons. I recently just caught up with all the episodes, and this new Pokemon anime has really renewed my excitement for the anime. Not that I never really lost, the excitement, following along with Ash and Pikachu and all that. But towards the end, you could just tell there really wasn't much else they could do with him. They done all they could. The only thing they could do is kind of reset him in a way, which there was attempt kind of with the Black and White series that was kind of intended as a soft reboot in a way. Also, but still a continuation, of course. Um, and then we had Sun and Moon series. He finally became a Pokemon champion in the Pokemon League, and in the last series, Pokemon Journeys, he beat the Masters 8, yeah, and all that. So world champion, now. Um, so they really used Ash about as much as they could. So it wasn't a big surprise that you know they were gonna do this eventually. I think if this had happened now, it still would have happened later. Um, Now, Pokemon Horizons follows the character of Liko, the blue-haired girl right there in the picture. Um, she is a student in a school in Kanto, Indigo Academy, and she's given this pendant uh, by her grandmother, which turns out to be the Pokemon Terapagos. All right. So there are gonna be some spoilers in here, but I'm not gonna reveal everything. I suggest you go watch it out. You can go watch it for yourself and check it out. Um, but eventually she becomes, accompanied with this group known as the Rising Voltackers.
The same way that you rose up and soared with your Volt Tackle, we'll all rise up and sail the skies. We'll call ourselves the Rising Volt Tacklers, deal?
And they're being chased by this other group called the Explorers who want Liko's pendant and they want Terapagos. For some reason that's revealed later on down in the series. Now, one of the great things about Pokemon Horizons that I think kind of does better is that they have a specific goal in the series to that has a specific endpoint. And right now they just aired episode 83, and it really sounds like episode 86 is going to be where this arc ends. And what where they do after that, I don't know. I have some ideas. I'll get into that a little bit. But overall, she becomes a group. They're being chased by this other group. Um, Now, the series does a lot of things better than what Journeys did last time. When Journeys came out, it was basically, we were told that it was gonna be oh, Ash and Go, they're gonna be going, to different regions all the time. It's gonna be like an actual like traveling series, but they're gonna be region hopping and all that. And we kind of got that, but if you go back and watch Journeys, majority of the episodes take place in Kanto, and even um Pokemon Journeys, that was like the Sword and Shield anime basically. Even though it wasn't focused on Sword and Shield or Galar, we barely got anything of Galar in Sword and Shield. Like we got maybe 6, 8 episodes in Galar. I don't know how many episodes Journeys had altogether, but I mean it's probably a lot, you know, because the series basically plays until the next generation, right? And then the new series comes out. So we had what 3 seasons of Journeys, right, and all that. Um, but this series, Pokemon Horizons, they do the whole region hopping a lot better, and they just don't focus on one region, and they actually gave Paldea a lot of focus in this series, even though this is like technically the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I couldn't think of the word Scarlet for a second. It's technically the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, anime series. You know, Paldea is not the center point, but our main character Liko, she is like from Paldea, even though she's going to school in Kanto and all that. And Paldea gets like a big focus like in the second half of the series, and some stuff in the first half. And even like Galar gets more stuff, you know, in this series. Like we actually get to meet Kabu, the Motostoke gym leader, and all that. And that's pretty great. The only gym leader we got in Journeys was Rayhan, I believe. I don't think we got anybody else. At least I don't remember. Um, so then, of course, Liko meets up with this boy named Roy. He's the one with the Fuecoco right there, y'all see? And he has this ancient Pokeball that has this shiny Rayquaza in it, Rayquaza in it, and so and Roy wants to catch it, so he ends up catching Fuecoco, join up the Rise of Volteckers, and he goes on a journey exploring the mysteries and stuff of terrestrialization, Terrapagos, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And just all the characters are great. I really like that even though it's not focused on like gym battles and stuff, we still got like going back to how Gal. Just let me go back. Let me go back, you guys. Pokemon Journeys. Only Galar gym leader we saw was Rayhan, from what I remember. Right? Pokemon Horizons, even though we haven't had focus on gym battles or anything like that, minor spoilers, but there's like a whole arc in the second half of this where they have to battle the Paldea gym leaders, and it's part of like they're basically learning how to use terrestrialization, and having these battles with these gym leaders is like um, their assessment testing, right? So we got to see almost every single gym leader in Paldea in a whole like more than once. We got more like double battles and stuff like that, and like repeated battles, and it was just crazy. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think they made a really smart choice by doing something new, refreshing it a little bit. Now, like I said, it kind of feels like they're getting into the end game of this arc. Um, and we probably still have some time before the next gen game comes out. Maybe like I'm gonna guess maybe like a year or two. Um, so what could obviously I'm gonna assume the anime is gonna continue some ways. There's some speculation that it's gonna end and then something new is just gonna start in its place with a whole different arc and new characters, but I don't think that's gonna happen. If that happens, they might do that for the next series, and maybe this just be up like how they used to do. Remember how they used to do Digimon? You'd have like the one series with these group of characters, and then the next series would be like a whole different group with new Digimon and stuff and whatnot. So maybe that's what they'll do like with the next gen series. But as far as how this series is going to continue after the arc ends, of course, I'm not getting into spoilers. But they could do some stuff with the Blueberry Academy. They could do some stuff with Ogerpon. Um, minor spoiler, but they've been to Kitakami in the series already, so they've been there. So Ogerpon, they could do something with that. I can't remember the name of it, but like the last DLC we got for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with the Mochi Mochi Pokemon thing. Maybe they could do something with that, of course. But we'll just have to see how this plays out. But really, guys, I highly recommend this Pokemon Horizons anime series. It is wonderful. It really keeps on your seat. Now they do, of course, they do have a couple filler episodes here and there. You know, you know, is it really filler if it's not adapted from manga? Is it? I don't know. You know, that's up to you to decide. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to rate this series a 9.5 out of 10. That's what I'm gonna give it, a 9.5 out of 10. You know, I think it still could use like some things. Um, I kind of wish they would have kept it more focused on just doing like an adaptation of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Um, which it seems like they are still doing that, just in a different way. Um, actually, I might have a theory about that, which I'm gonna do a different video on something that was said in one of the episodes. Um, so, so just as you wanna know what that theory is, my theory is that the events of the game have already taken place in the series. We just didn't see it. You know, um, but yeah, I might go into full details on that on another video if y'all are interested in hearing that. But overall, 9.5 out of 10. You know, really good. Music is really great. Um, I've been watching. I caught up with the dub, and then I caught up with the sub pretty much. So I'm all caught up. Got a new episode coming this weekend. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Love you guys.